everybody. So today I've got this great property. It's a one-bed flat in Lichfield in Staffordshire. It's up for 90k, which is quite cheap for the area, and I'll show you that in a minute. Why is it cheap? It's cheap because there's a short leasehold on this property, and it says in the advert, hence the low price. I'm not sure how long the current leasehold is, or how much it would cost to extend the lease. So that's obviously something you would need to find out. But what I can show you is the kind of buffer you have to play with in terms of the asking price and the expected selling price of this property once the lease is back to a normal length. So what I've done is I've just done a map of the area and looked at properties that have either had an offer on them or are still available in and around this property, and you can see the property marked with a heart is our property. So in and around you have a 4-bed terraced house for 365. You have another 3-bed for 230. You have a couple of properties here for 230k. You have another one for 250. So you can see, although these aren't really comparable because they're not flats, but the houses are going for a decent sum of money. I think the cheapest one there was about 200k for a 3-bed. It'll be interesting actually just to see the condition. So that one's already been sold. The condition of the property needs a lot of work. So let's do another quick search. I'm going to come out of there. I'm going to do the search again, but just change my filters a little bit. Now I'm going to look for 1-beds because this was a 1-bed. I only want to look at flats. I only want to look at this area. We can look at things that have been sold because I want to get an idea for the prices. And if we press the search results, go to map view, we should see, okay, there's our property. Nothing really close by. You've got a 1-bed for 165. You've got another 1-bed for 165 there. Another 1-bed for 117 is the same, so that's not too far away at all. Do another search, scan out a little bit. There's one for 125. There's a house converted for 135. There's another 1-bed for 125. So depending how much you can get this for, if we take sort of about 130 as the lowest price for a 1-bed in this area, you can see there's about 40k there to play with. So if you can get this for 90k or maybe slightly under 90k, and then extend the lease for 10k, 15k, then it may be worth a shot. Of course, if the lease extension is much more, then maybe this isn't the right property. But that's one for you guys to look and do a bit more investigation. So the final check I wanted to do was around rental values. Again, I've done a search of the area. These are just 1-beds in the area. There's not too many. There's one here for £550 per calendar month. Our property was just off Beacon Street, not too far away. If we look at this property though, there's not too much details on here really. Let's look at anything else. We've got a one bed for 900 there, and we've got another one for 600, one for 850. They're all one beds, 650 and 575. So if we say, you know, you should be able to get at least 600 for this property, I think. So a decent yield, depending on other factors such as how much the extension of the lease will cost. Final overview of the property. I didn't have a chance to show you all the pictures. You can see that it needs a bit of a lick of paint, and a tidy up really. Kitchen is usable, but again could do with updating really. In terms of the description, no chain, which is always good to speed things up. Might be an opportunity there as well. Someone might be sitting on this and just want the money in their pocket, so might be a good idea here. This is probably going to be a cash purchase, I'm guessing, because of the short leasehold. If we look at the floor plan, looks like a decent size. There's no measurements in there, so it's hard to tell, but looks like a decent size. Listing history: sold in Jan 2003 for 61k. Okay, so that's property number 2 for you. As usual caveats: do your own due diligence, do your own research. Just a lead that might be worth following up. Actually, one thing that I forgot to do was a quick check on the previous sold prices on this street. So I've typed in Beacon Street, and this is in Lichfield, and you see the first result, and this is Prince Rupert Mews, so the same place as the property in question. Sold in August 2020 for 140k. So again, I think that backs up there's plenty of scope, about 50k in terms of a buffer. So it depends how much you can get the leasehold for.